Assalamualaikum everyone. This is me, Muhammad Abu Bakr Farooqi, also known as Farooqi Microsoft Wala. I am also a trainee at Rehan AI Teacher Institute Batch 26. Thank you for joining me in another inspiring AI session where we explore meaningful life topics with the support of artificial intelligence and discover practical lessons that can help us grow every day. Today's discussion is about a topic that every successful person has experienced at some point in life, learning from failure, turning setbacks into opportunities. To make today's conversation more engaging, I am delighted to welcome our AI guest, ChatGPT, an advanced AI assistant developed by OpenAI. Throughout this session, I will be asking ChatGPT a series of thoughtful questions, and together we will explore how failure can become one of the greatest teachers on the journey to success. Hello, ChatGPT. Welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Faruqi. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. Learning from failure is one of the most powerful skills anyone can develop. So I'm glad we're exploring this.
My first question is that how would you define failure and why should not people be afraid of experiencing it?
Failure is simply not reaching the result you expected. It doesn't mean you're incapable or unworthy. It's just feedback showing that the approach needs adjusting. People shouldn't fear it because each miss gives information that helps you refine, recalibrate, and try again with more clarity. It's not a verdict on you, it's more like a directional sign.
My second question is that many successful people say that failure is the first step toward success. Why do you think failure plays such an important role in personal and professional growth?
Because failure creates perspective. It pushes you to examine what actually worked and what didn't. On a personal level, it can strengthen resilience, help you become more patient with yourself. Professionally, it sharpens problem solving because you stop repeating ineffective patterns. Each setback offers data, a chance to recalibrate and return stronger with more insight. In short, it's the feedback loop that fuels meaningful growth.
Why do so many people lose confidence after facing failure? And how can they rebuild their self belief?
Many people tie their confidence to outcomes. So when one result goes wrong, it feels personal. Rebuilding starts with separating who you are from what happened. Then focus on small wins, simple doable tasks that rebuild momentum. Ask for honest feedback. Practice skills in low pressure settings and celebrate progress, not perfection. Steady repetition and giving yourself credit move confidence forward step by step.
What are the biggest lessons that failure teaches us which success often cannot?
Failure teaches humility. It shows that progress isn't about perfection, but about persistence. It builds patience, sharpens problem solving, and strips away ego so you can learn faster and adapt. Most importantly, it reframes mistakes as teachers rather than verdicts. That mindset shift is what often separates long-term success from short-term performance.
My next question is that how can students deal with academic failures or poor results without losing motivation?
First, pause. Name what happened without judgment. Then reflect on what contributed to it. Lack of prep, the wrong strategy, stress. Set one clear adjustment for next time. Keep the goals steady but tweak the method. Protect basics like sleep and routine, and talk it through with someone you trust. Motivation returns when you convert failure into a specific, doable next step. It's okay to feel bruised. Just don't stop moving.
Many entrepreneurs experience failure before achieving success. What mindset helps them keep moving forward despite setbacks?
A growth mindset. Treat results as feedback, not your identity. Stay curious about what to try next, rather than fixating on what went wrong. Break big goals into small experiments. Lean on mentors and peers, and celebrate small signs of progress. Persistent plus adaptation beats talent alone. Just keep iterating, keep going.
My next question is that how can we turn a disappointment or setback into valuable learning opportunity instead of seeing it as the end of the journey?
Start by pausing to separate the event from your identity. Then do a quick debrief. What worked? What didn't? And one adjustment for next time. Write it down. Keep it practical. Talk it through with someone you trust to gain perspective. And set a small milestone you can achieve in a week. When you focus on the lesson and the next step, disappointment transforms into progress. That's how a setback becomes a stepping stone.
What are some common mistakes people make after failing? And how can they avoid repeating those mistakes?
Common missteps include rushing to fix it, blaming themselves or others, ignoring the lesson, or giving up too soon. A better pattern is pause, review, adapt. Write down what you've learned. Ask one trusted person for feedback and set one small test for the coming week. Keep the goal in sight, but change the route. That steady curiosity keeps you moving forward.
How important is resilience when overcoming failure? And how can someone develop this quality?
Resilience is crucial. It's the muscle that helps you absorb the shock instead of breaking from it. You build it by practicing small recoveries daily. Handle tiny setbacks without spiraling. Keep routines steady. Ask for help when needed. And reframe failure as practice, not a catastrophe. Over time, that mindset makes bouncing back faster, calmer, and more consistent.
My next question is that can artificial intelligence help people learn from their failures? If yes, what are some practical ways AI
Hmm,
can support personal growth and continuous improvement?
Let me check that. Yes, AI can help as a supportive learning partner, not a replacement for your effort. For instance, it can analyze mistakes in an exam or project and show specific areas to improve. It can break big goals into small, manageable tasks, keeping momentum going. You can ask it to reflect with questions like, what could I do differently? To explore new perspectives. And it can help track progress over time, nudging you with reminders and encouraging consistent practice. The key is using AI to support perseverance and clarity, while your mindset and resilience do the real transformation.
My next question is that how can receiving feedback after a failure help us improve rather than discourage us?
Feedback turns a vague disappointment into specific information you can use. If framed kindly and received with curiosity, it shows where to focus next. Instead of I failed, it becomes Here's what to adjust. That shift keeps confidence intact while guiding improvement. When treated as direction, not judgment, feedback becomes a compass, not a verdict.
My next question is that what daily habits can help people become mentally stronger and more prepared to face future challenges?
Daily habits like short self reflection, steady exercise, getting enough sleep, and writing down one thing learned each day strengthen mental resilience. Also, practice saying no to unnecessary demands to protect your energy. And keep a simple routine that you can stick to. Little by little, these practices add up, making challenges feel less overwhelming and recovering from setbacks much quicker.
My next question is that can fear of failure stop people from chasing their dreams? How can someone overcome their fears and take action with confidence?
Fear of failure can absolutely stop people from even starting. One way to move through it is to shrink the risk. Break the dream into tiny steps. Test the first one in a safe, low stakes way. Gather feedback, adjust, then repeat. Set a date to act, even if it's small. Pair up with a friend or a mentor for accountability. And name the fear out loud. It usually shrinks when spoken. Confidence is not a prerequisite. Action builds confidence, step by step.
What advice would you give to someone who has failed multiple times and feels like giving up on their goals?
I'd tell them this. You're not broken. Multiple tries mean you're committed. Pause, care for your energy, pick one small doable step, and move again. Ask for help if you need it. Small progress counts. You're allowed to keep going.
Finally, ChatGPT, what inspiring message would you like to share with students, professionals, entrepreneurs, and anyone who is currently facing failure but still dreams of achieving success?
Keep believing in the process. Failure is not a dead end. It's a redirection. Take one small step today. Learn and adjust. You're not behind, you're building. And every stumble can still move you forward.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing such meaningful insights and practical advice with us today.
You're very welcome, Faruqi. I'm glad to support this conversation, wishing you and everyone listening steady growth and courage. Take good care.
Today's discussion reminds us that failure is not the opposite of success, it is an important part of the journey towards success. Every setback carries a lesson, and every lesson brings us one step closer to achieving our goals. I hope this conversation has inspired you to face challenges with confidence, learn from every experience, and never stop believing in yourself. If you enjoyed today's AI session, please like, share, and follow to stay connected for more inspiring discussion about artificial intelligence, personal development, and lifelong learning. I am Muhammad Abubakar Farooqi as Farooqi Microsoft Wala. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Take care.